Welcome back to the Youth Academy Road to Glory. We are getting very close to the end of this 8th and final season, and there are still trophies to be won. We picked up the Carabao Cup in yesterday's episode, spoiler alert, with a 2-0 win over Newcastle at Wembley, and we progressed in the FA Cup with a 2-0 win over Chelsea, and in the Champions League with a 3-2 win over Dortmund to add to our 2-0 first leg win in that competition. In the league, we continue on from strength to strength. So today we'll be playing Tottenham in the quarter-final of the FA Cup. The next round of the Champions League should be drawn very soon. There's the other half of the round of 16, second legs to be played on the 19th and 20th, I believe. And then we should find out very, very soon indeed who we have in the next round of that competition. And hopefully we can beat Tottenham. Find out who we're going to get in the semi-final of the FA Cup as well. We've got one trophy already, the Carabao Cup. We look very strong in the Premier League, and hopefully we'll continue to go through with the FA Cup and Champions Leagues as we progress throughout the course of the episode. You'll notice that De Silva is slightly tired for this first game, so we might give some football to a couple of rotation players for this game against Spurs. Obviously, Corin will start in goal as it's a cup game, but hopefully the quadruple is still alive by the end of the episode, because it's still alive now and we very much want it. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying this save, of course, and looking forward to what's coming next. It would really help the channel as well, of course, if you're subscribed and with notification bell ticked, and you won't miss any further content. Come across and join me on stream as well. Be great to have you over on Twitch. Link in the description down below. Let's go and play Spurs then, away from home at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tottenham Hotspur line up then in this FA Cup quarter-final tie with Frederick Perkins in goal. Tomiyasu, formerly of Arsenal, of course. Joško Fadiol, Pierre Kalulu, Bisek and Udozi as a back five. Devine and Pablo Torre, new signing in the midfield. Sancho, Bailey and Osimhen as a front three. Jack Wimpenny, I believe, is on the bench for this FA Cup tie. We have won the FA Cup this year on FIFA 23. We won it at Manchester City in the Glory Hunter, of course. Don't know if we won the FA Cup at Arsenal in the save that we started the year with or not. I can't recall, but we certainly would like to win it in this save, regardless of where and how many times we've won it before. It'll be a wonderful way to end this Youth Academy RTG if we can have in the final season every single trophy added to the trophy cabinet. Leon Bailey is a little bit fast, isn't he, really? Leon Bailey, lovely ball back. Corin with a decent save in the end, just getting his body behind it and trying to minimalise the bounce away from him as it comes in. Salah is the only change to the starting lineup. You saw that Rafael Leao da Silva was slightly tired prior to the game. Still want to call him Rafael Leao because my brain is my brain. Fleming will take this corner as Salihovic unfortunately can't give us an early lead. Edwards, as you touch. Here's Patrick Guy. Perkins makes another save at full stretch. Only 82 rated Benny Perkins, but we've seen from the only 83 rated Ruben Richardson just how good slightly lower rated goalkeepers can actually be this year. Oh, it was on target, but that was never going to go in. We might have our work cut out to score against Perkins today. Let's get ourselves a 1-0 lead in this FA Cup tie, shall we? It's a lovely run from Patrick Guy. Well, as soon as I say let's get ourselves a 1-0 lead, I thought for a moment it was going to be the perfect opposite of a commentator's curse, but unfortunately it was a commentator's curse. Because we don't get the 1-0 lead despite sending a man through one-on-one. The defender recovers to make it not a one-on-one anymore. Ball over the top here nicely to Leon Bailey. We've had 3 chances, they've had 1. But they do feel dangerous every time they come forward here, Spurs. And I am certainly concerned that when they do get that one clear-cut chance, it might end up going in the back of the net. Corin at his full stretch, as well as Benny Perkins at the other end, to ensure that they don't take a 1-0 lead. And both goalkeepers still have that clean sheet. Pablo Torre could deliver into the middle. It's short here to Alfie Devine. Leon Bailey looking for space. Jadon Sancho on his left is probably not favourable. Trying to keep them out till half-time here. That is a long way wide. We will be 0-0 at the break. Joško Fadiol, that is not your strong suit, sir. Into Pablo Torre. Looking to juke one way then the other. Physically put him off with one man. Tackle him with the other. And we're on the counter-attack. Edwards short in there to Fleming. Oh, it's a nice interception by Tomiyasu. He's on too bad either, it seems. Fleming looking for Edwards. Fleming will go again, but Tomiyasu's got him covered. So we'll look for Salihovic in instead. And on his weaker right side, He's put it over the bar. We're trying our hardest here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, but neither side can get a goal at the minute. Header by Stevens. Edwards, Salihovic. Edwards is going to go. It's a lovely ball over the top. He's brought it down well. Edwards! Oh, I gave it gusto because I thought that was going in. We still haven't scored a goal so far. It was bending back towards goal, just not quite enough. Navarrete into Patrick Guy. They've tucked narrow. This 5-back has been really difficult to try and build against so far today, but... Oh, that would have been beautiful. It still could be... Oh, it is. Picture perfect. As beautiful a strike as you could possibly wish to see. Faris Salihovic's little cute flick round the corner doesn't work for an assist. So he says, fine. I'll do it myself. Thanos style. Into the back of the net from Faris Salihovic. And we have ourselves a 1-0 lead here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And quite frankly, Benny Perkins could move his feet in time. Shifted out of his own feet there. Salihovic bends it around his teammate, which meant the goalkeeper was unsighted and just too much shot power. No chance for the keeps. And hopefully from now on, no chance for Tottenham either. Where are you going, Francisco? Wimpenny off the bench here, and he might just take things into his own hands. Fine, he'll do it himself. Good save by Coran to deny Jack one of the best Patreon player scored goals we've seen in the save so far. That was destined for the far corner and needed stopping. Sancho short to Pablo Torre. Try again from the corner, lads. You've got 6.5 minutes to do so. Jadon Sancho will take it short again. Moraes on for Jack for me. Cooper for Romero. Salinas for Salihovic. And Ethan Martin on the wing as well. Oh, that was awkward for Coran. Just as their keeper was unsighted for my goal, he was unsighted for that. This one's going to come straight into the middle here with 5 minutes to go. Still, holy moly, Tottenham press. But no, they can't find that goal. This leads to Nacho. Oh, this is lovely. Free-flowing stuff. And square. Soz, Spurs. But you're going out. It will be an FA Cup semi-final trip to Wembley for us. We'll win in North London. And we'll come back to West London to Wembley. So hopefully do it all over again in the semi-final. But who will we face? That's what we need to know. And we'll find out by the end of this next week as well who we'll face in the Champions League too. So the future at present is unknown, but all will become clear very soon. 5 minutes added on at the end of the game. That is unfortunate for Spurs because that just extends their misery, I think. Unbelievable footwork from Jadon Sancho. He still could create something. No, he's offside. 2-0 win at the London. No, not the London. In London at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I always make that faux pas for some reason. My tongue and brain just don't seem to work when talking about Tottenham and their ground. Early stages, early saves from Benny Perkins, but he couldn't do enough for the full 90 minutes, and we win by 2-0. Coran, after a couple of dodgy games when he first signed, has actually really been quite impressive in the latter stages. Everton beat Burnley, West Ham beat Bournemouth, and Manchester City beat Reading. What is the betting? We get Manchester City in the semi-final and have to have a fantastically difficult run to the final itself. Match rescheduled, prize money awarded, so we will know now who we're going to get in that competition, and we should find out, hopefully this week, who we're going to get in Europe too. And with these matches rescheduled and prize money awarded for the Champions League, we will now find out. Who do we have in each competition? In the FA Cup, oh God. In the FA Cup, it's West Ham. In the Champions League, it's Man City. So we were able to avoid them in the FA Cup for that semi-final. But in the quarter-final of the Champions League, we have them there instead. All right, well, let's simulate our way to the Champions League quarter-finals there, shall we? And the next two games played today will be those two against Manchester City in the Champions League. Please, gents. Oh, what a ball. It would have been sensational. The vision to see Leao da Silva on the far side was so good. And Leao's dribbling is still excellent. But we can't find that chance where you'd say he's got to score this. It just won't come. They've got so many defenders back there, Leicester. I think they're going to hold on for a 0-0 draw here. They might even sneak a cheeky dub. They really might. If it weren't for Ruben Richardson in between the sticks, that is. 13 minutes to go. Don't think a substitution would make much difference here at this moment in time. our players are in a position where they have such good stamina that really, you don't really have the opportunity or the need to, yes, Faris Salihovic, to take anyone off for stamina. Salihovic actually is the most tired man, and now he's got a goal. I will take him off for Salinas, but other than that, we're not going to make any changes. Faris does it again, to the rescue. Another hopeful dub in the Premier League. Come on, one tackle, one clearance, and that's the game. There we go. We left it late. Very, very late indeed, but we got the job done. And we're going to have to keep an eye on the points tally because I don't want to miss out on the crowning day by just simulating it. I would love to see us actually lift the trophy. So we're going to have to keep an eye on the standings and see what the gap looks like. At the minute, we are 10 games to go with a game in hand on Liverpool behind, and the gap is 19 points. Liverpool's loss streak has ended. Newcastle looking for payback, I suppose, from the Carabao Cup final. They've not got a great points tally. Newcastle only 38 at this stage of the season, which is really not good at all considering the strength of their 11, and a couple of their key players are very good indeed. With the gap at 19 points, potential to be 22 points if we win this game in hand, with 27 points left available, then if we beat Liverpool, in the next game, then we could be 25 points. Well, we've got to win this one first. Then we could be 25. No. It could be the game against Southampton. We'd be 25 points clear if Liverpool lose, and then playing Liverpool in that next game might be what sees us lift the trophy. At least playing or beating Newcastle here, then beating Southampton might mean that then if we go to Liverpool and beat Liverpool, we lift the trophy at Anfield if Liverpool are able to win on the match day against Saints. Yellow card for Patrick Guy here, but that's fine. After half an hour though, really not much goalmouth action so far. One shot apiece, and rather evidently, no bloody goals yet. Never mind, we scored a goal. Patrick Guy, a booking and now on the score sheet as well. Go on, whip it. Leao de Silva's at the back post, or just go solo. Faris Salihovic. It's 2-0. The big Bosnians at it again. That isn't quite the goal record, I don't think. What was it? 36 for Erling Haaland. That might be 34 for Faris now, potentially. It's getting ever closer, though. We're really not far away at all now from Faris Salihovic grabbing that record for his own personal accomplishments, but that one didn't go in from distance. They've got a goal back, Newcastle. Miretti pulls them back within one. They didn't score at Wembley in the Carabao Cup final, so they're already doing better than they did there. But rather evidently for their fans' sakes, still not good enough. Lovely ball down the line. Leao de Silva. Edwards looking for Fleming, not found. Only 3 minutes left to go. Newcastle on the attack, though. It might be 2-2. It won't be 2-2 because we've won it back. And now it might be 3-1, actually. Edwards in the box. No, it will be... Oh, yeah, no, maybe, don't know. Offside, yeah, 2-1. That got a bit crazy. 2-1 we win against Newcastle then. I think that was our game in hand. I'll double check the league table. It was indeed our game in hand. So the gap is 22 points. We could, if we win and Liverpool lose on the next match day... Who do Liverpool have? Tottenham away. If we win and Liverpool lose, then we will be 25 points clear with 24 points available. Southampton's team is actually very good. Edouard Mendy in goal. Parisi, Joe Gomez, Hermoso and Yilmaz. In midfield, Manuel Locatelli, a 90 rated Sandro Tonali, an 89 rated Nicolo Barella. Luis Diaz on one side, a 97 rated Aiden Calhoun through the middle, and Lazaro on the left. They've also got Sangaria 86 on the bench as well, and a number of other options too. You can see why Southampton are 5th in the Premier League table at the moment, and only 7 points off Liverpool in 2nd, with still plenty of points available to play for. Saints might get themselves Champions League football for next season in this save, although there will be no next season in this save, because we'll be going to Sheffield United and making all of those transfers and updating the league standings. So Southampton not only won't get Champions League football in the next save, they're not even going to get Premier League football in the next save. They're going down to the Championship. Calhoun. Oh, I thought about lunging, but he changed his direction, and quite frankly, I probably would have got sent off. That nutmegs Ben Jack. Nicolo Barella couldn't have come closer. Looking to beat the keeper at the near post. Hits that near post and rebounds across the face of goal. And thankfully for me, safe afterwards. Southampton the better side so far. But we're the ones that are going to take the lead. Tommy Edwards' pace is just better than anyone else's at the moment in that sort of scenario. Again, reiterating why we try and avoid players that are just rapid quick, because that happens a lot when you do. But in this final season, we'll take it. That is 1-0 to us. That might be, depending on other results, the Premier League title in the bag for a second season in a row. Oh, nicely picked off by Locatelli. They're nicely given back to Stevens, but it didn't sit for me as it sat for them. Tonali trying to get them an equaliser before half-time. Only 1 minute added on, so it'll have to happen now. Aiden's played in behind. Lovely little reverse ball. Lazaro expected to try and do something similar. We're able to read it and cut it out, and we will hold our lead at the break. Stevens into Salihovic. Goal. Brentford-Chelsea. We don't care about Brentford-Chelsea. We care about Liverpool-Tottenham. Just been discussing with Twitch chat what the scenario is, as I forgot to look at half-time to see what the scoreline was between Liverpool and Tottenham. But eagle-eyed men in the chat have been able to deduce, they saw, when I didn't, that it was 0-0 between Liverpool and Spurs at half-time. So if everything stays as is, everywhere, then we will be 24 points clear of Liverpool with 24 points available and Liverpool to play in the next Premier League game. If Tottenham are able to beat Liverpool in the second half here, and we're able to hold on for a victory here, then we will win the title here and now. If we fail to win, then it will certainly go to another match day. But we're trying everything to ensure that we don't fail to win. Free kick from the edge of the box. Edwards has better accuracy but less power. Let's give it to Fleming, because he's got less power but more... Sorry, less accuracy but more power. Try and sneak this inside the left-hand post to give ourselves a 2-0 lead, and hopefully the title was destined for that top corner, but Parisi was in the way. Still waiting to hear of any news from that game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tonali will knock that down. Guy around the corner, Carter Little isn't going to score. Alex Salah might though, but he won't. Only 1-0. And Southampton have been dominating these last few minutes. Still, they look for that equalising goal. And if Luis Diaz's pass had been just a little bit more accurate, they would have had it. Goal? Stop telling me about Brentford-Chelsea. Tell me about a goal for Tottenham. And then we can lift the trophy in front of our own fans. Looking for Edwards, who might just have been off. He's on. Golazo! We will win here. But what's happening at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? That's the most crucial result now. Sandro Tonali into Ridvan Yilmaz. Nice block by Patrick Guy. Well, we're not going to get 100 goals. But we might get one closer, maybe? No, we won't get one closer. Well, I guess technically we have, because we were 1-0 to the good and now 2-0 to the good. But we needed, what, 38 goals from 10 games. So we needed to average basically 4 goals a game to guarantee it. And we haven't done that. And we also, judging by the muted scenes on the pitch, haven't won the league today either. That says to me that Liverpool have beaten Tottenham and that we do not get to lift the trophy here and now. We will have to wait until the next episode to play Liverpool at Anfield and hopefully do it there instead. Indeed, Liverpool win by 1-0 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So we are 24 points clear. Are we 24? I think we're 24 points clear with 24 points available. Let's have a look. We are 22 points clear with 24 points available. But with Liverpool to play next, anything other than a Liverpool win in that game, as the first game played tomorrow, will result in us winning the league at Anfield, which would be bloody lovely if you ask me. Right then, now then, Champions League against Manchester City. City with Gutierrez in goal, still only 80 rated compared to Stefano Turati, who's also 80 rated, but their starting lineup is very strong, as you would imagine. Doku, Haaland, Foden, Minton, Ravella, Rodri, Martinez, Silva, Kimpembe, Getrauda. All extremely high rated. But we aren't scared of City now in this save. We were when we first came up to the Premier League. We are not anymore. We have a secret weapon. It's not that secret anymore, is he? Mr. Salihovic. He's the weapon that everybody knows about, but he is a weapon of mass destruction. Hopefully, he can destroy Manchester City in the Champions League. Salihovic knocked off that, but we've recovered possession. Challenge Dawson Minton. That was very well done. Dawson, one of the central midfielders from the Patreon. 92 rated in this save right now. Because we've been going for so many seasons. You guys on the Patreon have really grown fantastically well by this point in the save. But... hello! Nobody is as effective as Faris Salihovic. None of you. Sorry, lads. Much as I support your support on the Patreon, Faris Salihovic is better than every single one of you. Up we go, please. Okay. Doku. Oh, he's taken that in his stride brilliantly. And then gotten away from the next man. Doku! I mean, that would have been one of the best goals we've seen in the Champions League this season if Doku had done that. Coran with the save, though. Determined to keep another clean sheet. He's fighting hard, Coran, to try and get the first team spot for all competitions. But at the minute, challenge. Ruben Richardson's still the best goalkeeper in the Premier League in terms of ability to keep a clean sheet. But I'm sure the quality in the defence in front of him certainly helps. De Silva. Love it. Navarrete. Faris is with me. Patrick Guy's there. Oh, he's done really well. Oh, until then. Trying to slot it, pass it almost around the keeper into the bottom corner and find that far side. But actually, he's cut across it and ended up spinning the ball away from goal. That is not a great effort, Patrick, at all. Here's Doku. Haaland's on the move. Someone else in the middle available. Coming inside, I think it was Dawson Minton. Foden is just waiting at the back post for something maybe to break free to him. But it's not going to at the moment. City can't find the goal they need to get themselves level here. But he's only leg one, of course. So if they can afford to lose this one by a goal to nil, come to Patreon Park and turn up, and they'll be fine. We hope they're not. We also hope we can add to our tally, which surely we will do here. Against an 80 rated goalkeeper. Gotta be scoring those. Edwards with the delivery. Franciscu's up. His hand, actually, unfortunately. And that will be just 1-0 at half-time. It really could have been more. Oh, now Martinez. Trying to find City and equalise here. It's still only the one. And it was only the one for a while. Don't even think about it, Rodri. That's what he does, isn't it, Rodri? When City are desperate for a goal, they just give it to Rodri within 30 yards and say, hit it, son. He was certainly going to give that a hell of a whack. He's not being able to keep that in there on the far side. And City continually remain one goal down as they bring on Dejan Kulusevski for Jeremy Doku. It was only 1-0 against Southampton for quite a while. It was only one goal in a number of recent games. And then towards the latter stages, we just turned up and goals started flying in a couple of recent games. I could do with goals starting to fly in here for me. They're going to get pen. I tried to block whatever Phil Foden was doing, whether it was going to be a pass or a shot, I wasn't sure. Just tried to get myself in the way. And, well, he's put his hand on the back of his neck and thrown him to the floor. So, that's not great. Penalty for Manchester City. Oh, she's nervous. She's really nervous. She can barely look. Erling from the spot. Saved! Top corner. Coran earns his spot again for the cup competition. Clean sheet continues for him. That penalty was destined for the very top corner. That's the sort of pen you don't see saved in real life. Struck that hard, that high. There's no way a goalkeeper goes like that for a penalty, IRL. Very much a video game thing. Not that we care, because it was us saving it, not us missing it. Another good save by Coran from the follow-up from the corner as well to tip it over for a set piece. And Foden will try and still continually help to give his team an equalising goal, but they just can't do it here, Manchester City. Are now Martinez down the wing. Moments to go. Dawson Minton to Philip Foden. Phil to Ravella. He tried, but trying hasn't been good enough for City. A clean sheet kept, a penalty saved, and advantage us for the second leg in the Carabao Cup, I was going to say, in the Champions League. Certainly a bit more prestigious than the Carabao Cup, isn't it? It's an all-English quarter-final. There's also an all-German quarter-final, as you saw there. And Rasenballsport Leipzig holds Bayern Munich. No, in fact, beat Bayern Munich by 2-1. Juventus won 2-1 at home against Inter as well. So an all-English, an all-German, an all-Italian, and then a French-Dutch round in the quarterfinals. PSG and Ajax can't be separated, but in all of the national-specific ties, one side won by 1 goal. And there will only be 1 from each nation remaining. But hopefully that 1 will be us, from England at least. Leipzig probably favourites back at home after winning at the Allianz. And I couldn't really call into Juventus, to be honest. And PSG, you imagine, will win that second leg. Although PSG do tend to fall off in career mode, don't they? We've noticed that in the My Player and a little bit in this save as well. Fleming has completed his growth now up to 85. And we start tomorrow then with the Premier League decider. At least it will be, unless Liverpool win. If we avoid defeat against Liverpool in the first game tomorrow, we're Premier League champions. We'll have the second leg against City as well. And provided we avoid defeat against Liverpool, we'll play the FA Cup semi-final against West Ham and sim Chelsea Tottenham, because everything would be assured by then. Hopefully, we will have ourselves another final appearance and another semi-final appearance as well with the Champions League. But it all hangs in the balance, and a 1-0 scoreline is never safe. Do drop the video a like if you've enjoyed, of course. Really appreciate it. Do make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the end of this season. It could be a wonderful quadruple winning year. But for now, that's all from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.